Hi everyone, and today I want to give you my new bike reveal. As you might have seen in one of my previous videos, I've got rid of my 2015 Honda CBR 1000RR Fireblade and I've traded it in for something new. So, before I reveal, have a look at some of these photos and see if you can see what it is. Well, I bet most of you would have seen what it is, but here it is. Ta-da! It's a 2018 Fireblade, and it's the SP version. So let's just have a look around it. Absolutely brand stonking new. 7 miles on the clock at the moment. So yeah, it's a 2018 SP model, but on a 19 plate. I've never ever had a new vehicle on the day of registration changes. The most immediate thing that I noticed straight away in terms of the difference between this and my one is how much smaller it is in terms of the fairing. It's almost like a bikini fairing here. This all part used to be covered over on my Fireblade, but it's very, very nice. It's got a lovely TFT screen, as you can see there. So there she is. Let's get out on the road. I'll tell you a little bit about why I decided to buy this. So why have I ended up buying this blade? Especially considering that in my last final ride video I told you that I've been more than happy to keep my old blade for another couple of years. Well, it's quite simple really. I mean, my old blade was into the last 2-3 months of its finance agreement, so I had a choice: either give it back, finance the amount that was left over, it was about 5.5-6 grand, something like that, or chop in for something else. So as you do, I had a little look around the current crop of litre sports bikes, and not many of them really floated my boat. I really like the Fireblade, really like my old one, and so there was a little bit of why not go for another one. And you know, I love Hondas, absolutely, and probably because I'm a little bit lazy and they're my closest dealer and they've been really good and looked after me. So there's an element of loyalty there, I suppose. But the only other two that I looked at and considered were the new BMW S1000RR and the new V4 Panigale. So I had a look at the V4 Panigale, but for the money it was probably going to have to be the base model without the trick electric Öhlins suspension. Well, Ducati's are popular bikes, and I wasn't really going to get much of a deal on one. Going to have to pay RRP. Yeah, there was a bit of flexibility in the interest rate, take it on a PCP plan, but it was going to be the best part of 20 odd grand. And the S1000RR, it's an awesome bike. You only have to look at its spec and the new one, and what I really like about the new one is the new styling. Whilst the S1000 has always been a fantastic performing bike, I personally wasn't one that liked the asymmetrical styling on the headlights. But the new styling just looks, I think it looks brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I had a good look and a good chat with BMW and sat on the bike at the London Motor Bike Show, and I thought, oh yeah, I quite fancy one of these, particularly as the sport version with everything on was priced at about 16 grand, which I thought, yeah, pretty good for today's bikes. However, the problem is they couldn't supply me with the bike until June at the very earliest, they said, and because the BMW, there's been such a thing about this new model, there's absolutely no deals whatsoever to be had, not even on the finance side of stuff. So I popped into my local friendly Honda dealer and went in and had a chat with them. They managed to offer me a superb deal, and so hence that's why I've got this now. So they gave me very good trade-in value for my 16 plated but 2015 Fireblade. I've got this on 0% APR, and there was £1,000 Honda deposit contribution and £1,000 dealer contribution, so £2,000 off the list price. So after crunching all the numbers and such like, we got to a scenario where actually I've got this and the SP version for about 20 quid more than I was currently paying for my old Fireblade. So it was a no-brainer. As ever, always about the deal. If there hadn't been a deal on this, I probably would have gone, great, nice, but no thanks, and kept my blade for a bit longer. So that's how I've ended up buying this. I'm going to put some miles on her, have some fun. So I hope you watch some of my future videos on this bike. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Post any questions or comments in the boxes below. Keep it safe out there, rubber side down, and I shall speak to you very soon. Cheers!